A portion of this video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. For more information about Sheath Underwear, visit the link in the description or wait till the end of this video to hear more from me. Hey, I'm back. If you're somebody who watches every video that I put out every day, thank you very much, but sorry that you're having to hear this same message at the beginning of every video that I had the flu. I guest hosted for Pac-Man on Friday. And it just went downhill from the moment I started recording. I finally finished with the bonus episode, and even that was just, usually it's Brittany Page and I co-hosting the bonus show, and she was upstairs just in the mire, she got it way worse than me, but we both ended up with flu A, and I'm still, getting out of the symptoms of it. So thanks for sticking around. It's good to be back. No paid sick days on YouTube, so here I am. Let's talk about this. While I've been gone, all kinds of stuff has been broken. While I've been gone, it was over the weekend and then Monday. The ICE raids continue. The threats from Tom Homan continue to arrest governors of states who make comments. We're going to talk about Phil Murphy and what he said. Excuse me. I'm fine. However, the first clip I want to play you is from last night's Hannity show, where Sean Hannity and Tom Homan, the mush mouth. I mean, I'm not making this claim that he's a drunkard who goes on TV and makes policy pronouncements from his drunken perch. I'm not saying that, but he sure does sound like that guy next to at the bar next to you who's trying to tell you a yarn and just mumble mouth freak. I'm not saying he is. He just really sounds like one of those guys. The red-faced, red-nosed goof. Tom Homan really does seem like if this doesn't work out for him, you slap a big beard on him, he could be a mall Santa, with gin on his breath, whiskey on his breath. That could be a second career move if this fascism thing doesn't really work out for him. Either that, or he could just be a full-time Donald Trump ass kisser, because this first clip is pretty remarkable relative to that. Sean Hannity asks the question. This is the question. I want you to pay attention to the question and then listen to what his answer is. The question is, how important are those developments to you about what Donald Trump has done relative to the ICE raids and the calls for his mass deportation and internment camps in Guantanamo Bay and all this other nonsense? That's the question. How important are these developments to you? Listen to his answer.
Yeah, well, you got some help from President Trump, and for now he got Canada and Mexico, Colombia, and even Venezuela to accept back these illegal immigrants. And you now have Gitmo as a place to put many of them. How important are those developments to you?
President Trump proves every day he's the greatest president in my lifetime, and I mean that. That he's moving at lightning speed. Look what we've done. You're right. Seeing airplanes of illegal aliens landing in Gitmo, a game changer. Seeing the Department of Defense take airplanes south with illegal aliens, first time in my 34 years of doing this job, a game changer. President Trump's making progress every single day.
Got it. How important are these elements to you? The answer, I love Trump. Oh my God, it's so good. Donald Trump, the greatest president the earth has ever known. Oh, he loves Trump. He loves certain portions of Donald Trump more than others. I don't know if that's the inner area between Donald Trump's butt cheeks, because that seems to be where Tom Homan's tongue is at any given moment of the day. He's either thinking about being there or he's there. Maybe too graphic? I don't know. I'm delirious from coming out of being sick. We'll just blame it on that, right? It's something that is very common when Donald Trump has a cabinet meeting in his first term. Remember, they went around the wheel there and everybody just had to heap and puke praise upon Donald Trump. It's the same thing with these media hits. This isn't about objecting a goal. This isn't about achieving a policy objective. This is about making sure Donald Trump gets credit, even if there's no credit to give. And their fascism is taking the form of threatening to arrest elected leaders who stand in opposition to their unconstitutional, inhumane violation of international law on a daily basis. First, I'm going to play you the clip if you haven't seen it from a few days ago where Phil Murphy, it's very brief, about a minute long, the governor of New Jersey said that there's an immigrant he knows. He doesn't classify them as illegal immigrants. There's documented, there's undocumented, there's people who are in the pipeline who have a green card. But all of that is threatened. I know people who aren't citizens who are worried about their status under Donald Trump. Doesn't mean that they're illegal. And that's what Phil Murphy is talking about here. So watch this clip to give you the context before we move on to the next, where he threatens to arrest Phil Murphy for this statement.
Tammy and I were talking about, I don't want to get into too much detail, but there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not yet at the point that they are trying to get it to. And we said, you know what, let's have her live at our house above our garage. And good luck to the feds coming in to try to get her.
Pretty innocuous. We don't know the details. Certainly doesn't rise to the level of this jackbooted thug, this mumble-mouth jackbooted thug, Tom Homan, threatening to arrest. What's he say? I will seek prosecution, or the Secretary of Homeland Security, since I'm just the border czar, a fake position, they will. Watch this threat.
So game changer, greatest president of my lifetime, proves it every day. And look, we got a lot more to do. And I got a great team. We got the greatest president I ever worked for. You got Secretary Noem. She's already been on the ground with the Border Patrol. She's been on the ground with ICE. She's been on the water with the Coast Guard. She's done more enforcement actions in a week than my orchestra has done in 4 years. I got Pete Hegseth, shoulder to shoulder Pete Hegseth, giving us all the DOD assets to lock that border down. So, you know, what a great team. You got Steve Miller, the architect, right? He amazes me every day at the White House. We have one hell of a team. We will not fail this president.
Let me read a headline to you. Chicago leaders encourage residents to exercise their rights in resisting Trump's deportation policies. The governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, basically admitted that he knew somebody that didn't have full documentation, that he was hiding over his garage. Then we have Tom Tillis, senator from North Carolina, saying that people should have the right to sue sanctuary cities and states that aid and abet in lawbreaking. Your comment on all of that?
I think the governor's pretty foolish saying what he said, because I got note of it. Won't let it go. We'll look into it. And if he's knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien, that's a violation of Title 8 United States Code 1324. I would seek prosecution, or the secretary would seek prosecution. So maybe he's bluffing. If he's not, we'll deal with that.
Do you notice the wiggle room there? Sean Hannity, the governor of New Jersey, basically admitted that he knew somebody that didn't have full documentation. Basically. Did he or did he not? You watched the clip. Is that what he basically said? That's not what I heard. But then Tom Homan threatens to seek prosecution of the governor of a state. He's not seeking prosecution of a private citizen who's harboring a bunch of undocumented migrants under the floorboards of his house like it's a scene in Inglourious Bastards. No. He's threatening to arrest the duly elected governor of the state of New Jersey for saying something innocuous. This is fascism. Without a doubt. Full stop. Hard period on the end of that sentence. It's what it is. They're threatening elected leaders with prosecution. What was all the talk about the weaponization of government when Donald Trump was running for office? They're doing the exact same thing in the most glorified projection that they can. Right here. You're witnessing it. We're watching it in real time. Here's the other thing. They're lying about you cannot rely upon this White House for accurate information. You just can't. Every time an update comes on the news where they have the NTSB or whoever, the FAA people out there representing this administration for this plane crash that just took place here in Washington, D.C., or the one that happened the next day or 2 days later in Philadelphia. For me, I'll speak for myself. I'm not telling you how to respond to these types of things, but I don't take anything this administration says at face value, because this is the administration of a liar. This is an administration that is represented by spokespeople who are liars. Everything needs to be said in a manner that makes the administration look good, that makes this regime look good, that makes the dear leader look competent. Be careful. Make sure you're fact-checking. Do the research that you think you're capable of doing, and rely on sources that you trust to give you the good information. I hope I am one of those sources. There's many people out in this independent media sphere, in my genre on YouTube, that you can rely upon, and I hope you land on somebody good. I'm gonna go. I'm coughing. I'm testing negative now for the flu A, but still, tired, and my back hurts from laying in bed so much. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers in the next couple months, and man, I would really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another. I talk nearly every day about how divided we are as a country and the havoc that this division wreaks. But not all divisions are bad, right? As a mathematical concept, for instance, division allows you to split things into equal parts, allowing for equal shares. Division of labor has, for thousands of years, allowed humans to evolve their efficiency and specialization when working on certain tasks. And you can ask any kid to tell you that dinner is far better when the meat is divided from the veg. And what's more annoying than when you're sitting at a cramped table or out in the humid weather than having your meat smashed into your two veg? Is the meat and veg metaphor working here? It's time to divide and conquer with Sheath. Sheath makes the most comfortable boxer briefs I have ever worn. Regular boxers are just too loose and bunchy and not great. And briefs are just a smush fest. Sheath are the solution. Head to Sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore to score 20% off and upgrade to the most comfortable underwear you'll ever wear. I'm wearing a pair right now, and indeed, that may be all I'm wearing under the desk here. But really, sheaths are the only underwear I wear. Absolutely fact. Their testicular tech features dual pouches to keep your mane apart from your sides. More dinner metaphors. Note, if you're not into the division for some reason, you don't have to use the dual pouches at all. Just throw your sheaths on like regular pair of underwear and you're good to go. Also, Sheath's stretchy fabric is super soft and made with moisture-wicking technology to keep your president and his cabinet cool and comfortable throughout the rigors of the day. I love my sheaths all the time, but they are particularly clutch in the sticky heat of DC summers, which is basically like 9 months out of the year. They were invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq. The idea for Sheath came from discomfort in harsh environments. As a former Marine stationed in that part of the world, I get the inspiration. The airflow meshes are my personal favorite, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. Pick a pair and Sheath will hand them to your doorstep nearly instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. Also, Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So with your purchase, you're making the world a better place too. Upgrade your undergarments, score 20% off right now when you head to Sheath.com and use code Dollemore. Divide and conquer your discomfort with Sheath underwear.